Hello, I'm drinking Juice Project Citra Chinook. I've been enjoying the Juice Project series mostly. The regular version is really good. I had the Juice Project at the brewery, and that one was very good. Literally one of the juiciest beers I've ever had. Hate to say it. So this is Citra and Chinook, which Chinook is getting used seemingly more and more in hazy IPAs. It has a lot of thiols that can become very tropical when present during fermentation. Chinook is one of those that can do the whole biotransformation thing and become something very different. Usually you think of Chinook as bitter, piney, old-fashioned sort of hop, but it can be very different depending on how you use it. So this is 8.4% alcohol, canned 720, so that is really 720. I guess I was at the brewery very recently, so it's less than a week old, and it's got some color to it, not perfectly blonde. And the head built up pretty good, but we'll see if it'll stick around. It sounds a little bit fizzy to me. Quite hazy. It's kind of an interesting color. It's kind of dark golden, but a little milky at the same time. And the Chinook's definitely adding some just like fresh green quality to it. This also smells a lot like orange juice. Maybe a little more grapefruit juice. And they say a staggeringly juicy beer, orange juice, red berry salad, whatever that is, guava puree, sweet grapefruit. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know about the red berry salad, but very, very fruit forward. I guess the big question is, how will it feel? Pretty sweet. Pretty full and soft. Once again, it's lacking the perfectly silky, smooth body that I love about Treehouse, but it's harder and harder to experience. It seems like I always get one batch of something when I'm there that has like outstanding feel. It's still, this is way better than your average hazy double IPA for sure. And I'm not getting like any booziness. But this is like a sweet fruit punch sort of flavor, is what I would say. It's kind of every single fruit. And quite sweet. I don't remember the other juice projects necessarily being this sweet, but of course the things that they've used, basically no hot side hops for this. So you don't get a lot of traditional bitterness. They save it all for dry hopping for the most part. That's the whole juice project idea. So maybe because I'm not getting the bitterness, but it's interesting that if you don't boil Chinook, it can be very different. There's a little bit of a sappiness in the nose for sure. Little hints of pine, but it becomes a very fruity experience when you drink. And it's really nice. It's ruby red, very sweet grapefruit, candy grapefruit. The guava puree, maybe a little bit. Guava seems to be a little bit more astringent of a flavor. One of the more acidic, bitter tropical fruits. That's delicious. I don't know if I'm quite getting that with this. There's a little bit of a water treatment, salty, minerally thing in the finish that isn't my favorite. Sometimes I feel like I just notice it more in these beers because it's just about every single hazy IPA uses a lot of calcium chloride, which gives it the full body and the softness. But it also can kind of have some kind of a salty sort of taste because calcium chloride, sodium chloride, similar sort of thing happening with the flavor. It's like, like a kind of like a fake salt. That stuff has a minerally quality to it. The feel is pretty nice. It is a really juicy feel, even if it isn't just floating velvet on your tongue. And I'm not really noticing the ABV. And I'm also getting used to the sweetness, but it really is just like a fruit cocktail. It's like almost like cherries, berries, grapefruit, pineapple, orange. Lots of stuff going on fruit-wise with this one, and I like it. Close to a 4.5 maybe. It is really nice. Very, very few drawbacks. Big fan of the Juice Project for sure. I wish I could get Juice Project cans, but maybe with better on tap. Seems like always the Treehouse beers, and same with a lot of really top tier breweries. When you get their beers on tap, it always has a better head and a better feel. Sometimes better taste. But that's it. Don't pass up on this one just because it has Chinook in it and it's not new and sexy.